Arne Slots has just finished his press conference, and here are the main talking points. We will start with injuries as ever. Konate and Bradley, they're both expected to return to full team training within the next week, so they won't be ready for West Ham. They may be ready for United, but more than likely won't be because they've been out for so long. It will take them a few training sessions to get back into the squad, and then it'll take a couple more games to get back into the team. Similarly with Jota, he was asked about how he's been fit, but he hasn't started. He basically said, well, he had such a long injury, it takes time to become a starter again. But he's nearly there, and he may start in the next couple of games, who knows. That led him on to Dominic, who got his fifth yellow as soon as he came on last night, and he basically said, yeah, look, he was so good against Spurs, we were hoping he would be very good against West Ham, but someone's basically going to have to fill that spot for him now. But it means that he's now available for the Man United game, which Slot has said in the past was his favourite performance of Szoboszlai when he played United away. So, swings and roundabouts. He was asked about Virgil van Dijk. Obviously today marks his 7th year with the club. And he basically asked, is this the best form he's been in, or has he been in better form before? And Slot said, I can only tell you what I've seen, which is this season. And he's fantastic. He's in great form. But he goes, the biggest thing about him is in trainings, and it's just all the time. He's always trying to bring the best out of other people. He says, you start a training session, he's straight on his teammates, trying to get the best out of them. And he says, and that's the most fantastic part about him. And he goes, and I hope it continues for as long as he's with us. Which then led on to the same question he gets every single week, which is any updates on contracts. With the 1st of January coming up, they can start talking to other teams and all this. And he just laughed it off and said, you're never going to get anything out of me. I won't be the first person to talk about it anyway. But you go on about the 1st of January all the time. That doesn't affect us. They're not just going to disappear all of a sudden or stop playing. He said, as long as they're playing well for the team, we are in talks with them. And if anything's going to be announced, it'll be announced, but it won't be from me. He was asked about West Ham. So they're 3 starting midfielders. 2 of them have been suspended, and 1 of them walked off injured. So none of them will be able to play against us at the weekend. And he basically said they spent a lot of money in the summer buying extra players, especially midfielders. So he doesn't think they're going to have an issue with players. It's not like they're going to have to play any kids or anything like that. He was asked about what pressure he now feels being on top of the league by so many points. And he said, I'm the Liverpool head coach. There's always pressure. If I was 1st, 5th, 10th, 15th, there would always be some sort of pressure. Liverpool were top of the league this time last year, weren't they? But they didn't win it. So this team is used to being top of leagues. They're used to winning cups. They're used to being in these positions. And there's always pressure when you're at a big club like Liverpool. So yes, he feels under pressure, but he would feel the same pressure if he wasn't top of the league, so it doesn't really affect them. That was about it, I think. I'm going to say they haven't been in great form, West Ham, but everyone plays their best game against Liverpool. It just appears to be the way anyway. I think we've got too much for them. I'm going to say 3-1. Let me know what you think. Please like, please repost, please follow me if you don't already. Come on, you Reds.